My name is Karla Johanning. We came here to Austin 10 years ago, right after Katrina.
My name is Michael Landers, and I've been in Austin. It'll be 10 years in October.
I lived in New Orleans about 11 years. Much of the culture is like, where I come from in Costa Rica. It's just the whole dynamic of, the warmth of the people. I mean, I find this more in the South, but New Orleans is really, really special place.
I think most of us who'd lived there for a while, you never really thought that the hurricane was going to come in and be a devastating hit. We kept hearing that it was probably going to miss us, and then, I don't know, maybe mid-afternoon, it was like it took a little jog and it looks like it's coming right for us. My wife Karla was scurrying around making preparations from her work.
So the things that you think about when, you're panicking. So I had samples spread out to different universities. I start, going to different labs and spreading out my samples. As a scientist, these are the things that you think of because those samples became precious because they were, worked for several years. Actually, my husband didn't want to leave.
My optimistic side was like, we're going to be okay. Karla was much more realistic about it, and she's like, we're in trouble.
It came midnight, and it was like, panic mode. So I actually turned around to them. I screamed at them, and we said, we get the F out of here now. We used to, think, well, if we were to move another city, which city would that be? We heard, always Austin, the cool city with the big scene, music scene. After Katrina, we ended up in Thibodaux for like a month and a half. Then we moved to Houston for about a week. We looked at each other and we said, what are we doing here? Let's move to Austin. We always wanted to go to Austin.
We kind of say that our hearts are in New Orleans and our heads are in Austin. And I think that will always be the case. There's just something really special about it.
When your life changes in 24 hours, you don't have time to mourn. So, it took like 2 years to mourn, really, to finally kind of like sit down and be able to look back and mourn.